guys need to prepare right now if you want to get filthy rich in the cosmetics update. And you may be thinking, what do you mean? It's the cosmetics update. There's literally nothing to get rich with. No, there is things to get rich with, and we will be talking about those things in this video, how you can get them and also prepare for them, and honestly, just everything you guys need to know about getting ready to get rich in the cosmetic update. Anyways, we just hit 100K. Thank you guys so much. And we are growing so fast on our way to 200K, so don't get left behind. This is probably like one of your only chances to be one of the OG 200K, so hit that sub button. Let's go. First things first, take a look at this fruit. You may be wondering, what is that? First of all, a lot of you know, but this is the disco mutation. It actually is only available during an admin weather called a disco party. If you don't know what a disco party is, here's basically what it looks like. As you can see, it says disco, and this weather basically gives you a small chance for your fruit to turn disco, which currently is the best multiplying mutation in the entire game at times 125. Yes, that's actually insane, but a lot of you guys don't have the disco mutation. And the reason for that is you weren't available early yesterday, not early, but in the evening yesterday or before the blood moon update comes out. Basically what happens is that Jandel himself is the only guy who has access to drop these disco mutations. Right before the blood moon came out, he did drop the mutation, and I got a ton of them. Like a bunch of my fruit right now are still disco just because of that one day. And also literally yesterday, from the time this video was posted and around the evening time for US citizens like me, why did I say it like that? But yeah, and around the evening time, Jandel did actually drop another mutation, and not another mutation, but he did drop another disco party, and anyone who was playing at that time would have had a good chance to get the disco mutation. So yeah, literally how you get the disco mutation is by being there for admin events. And you may be wondering, why is this so important? Who cares? It's just one mutation. No, it is not just one mutation. Let me just show you something right now. This thing that I'm holding right now is a chocolate bloodlet celestial frozen shocked in gold candy blossom that is 54.48 kilograms. If I were to sell this candy blossom, it would sell for 153 billion, but it doesn't even have the disco mutation on it. If you think 150 billion is crazy, imagine if it had the disco mutation on it. It would be a good amount more, probably at least 40 or 50 billion more just with that one mutation. And you may be thinking, well, that's only 25% more, yada, yada, yada. Guys, during the disco event yesterday, Jandel himself actually announced to everybody that there would be more admin weather events coming. More admin weather events with an S. I think he mentioned, I don't know if he said weather events or mutations, but I know for a fact there are 2 new mutations coming to Grow a Garden. And what this means, guys, is that is on top of the disco one. So let's say the disco one is an extra 50 billion, and then one of the new ones is an extra 50 billion, and then another one of the new ones is an extra 50 billion. Dude, this would be almost $500 billion. Yes, $500 billion candy blossom. That is absolutely insane. But you may be wondering, well, how am I supposed to get all those mutations? How am I supposed to do that? First of all, chocolate that is on this thing right now doesn't need to be chocolate. It can be moonlit. All right, this is literally your guys' last chance to use the lunar event as well as the blood moon event. Well, I'm pretty sure, at least I'm pretty sure that the lunar event is going after this. Either way, I still think that you guys should make the most of the last week that the blood moon, the moonlit, and the bloodlit mutation is in the game, because these add to stack. And guys, if this didn't have bloodlit or chocolate on it, it wouldn't be as good as it is. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you and just tell you guys exactly what you should do right now if you want to get one of these $500 billion fruits. The first thing, and honestly this is so recommended, do not do it on your main account. Do it on an alt account. I'm actually gonna get on my alt account right now just to show you guys why this is so important. All right, here we are in my alt account, and also look at my t-shirt. Yeah, if you join my Roblox group, which is in the description, you can buy yourself a beautiful looking t-shirt like this. Anyways, the reason reason that I'm all on my alt account. Notice how I have only one tree and I also have 2 chicken jockeys. There's a reason for that. That's because since there's only one tree, if I wanted to duplicate a fruit on here, it would be a lot easier to do that because there isn't 1,000 trees and one fruit. There's one tree and like what, 10 fruit, which means if my raccoon came over here to duplicate something, it would have a 10% chance of stealing, which honestly, of course, is better with the candy blossom because it has less yield on the trees. But even so, you still could mutate 2 different plants and have an even higher chance. But if a raccoon came over here to duplicate it, it would be a 1 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10 chance. Instead of if you had a huge garden, it would be like a 1 in 1,000 chance for something to get duplicated with a raccoon. So I heavily do advise you guys, if you ever want to get like filthy rich in this game, make sure to have an alt account. And when you have the chance to get the best possible seeds, grind it up on your alt account because that's the only way you'll be able to easily duplicate without actually deleting all of your plants. Of course, that's an option as well, but me personally, I would not actually like to delete all of my plants. But yeah, what you guys really have to do to prepare for this update is get every single possible mutation. I'm talking about Bloodlet. I'm talking about Moonlit, and you guys should know how to get those. It helps if you have a Night Staff. I'm talking about Shocked. I'm talking about Gold. If you don't know how to get Gold or have a good chance at Rainbow, do the Sprinkler glitch. And if you don't know what the Sprinkler glitch is, it's just placing down one of each sprinkler and then leaving the game for 2 to 4 hours, and then you should come back to bigger and hopefully golden or rainbow fruits. I'm also talking about Celestial. All right, Celestial is overpowered right now. You need to get that. And if you have a star color, which I don't know if I have on here, nope, I do not. But if you do have a star color, it gives you an even higher chance of getting a Celestial fruit. And also, this one is so important. The chicken jockeys are so overpowered on alt accounts because if you just stay AFK, they will eventually turn all your plants zombified, especially if you just have one tree. Yes, it could take a while because there is only a 20% chance of it becoming zombified. But if you guys go get yourself 2 chicken jockeys and then stay in a server with your alt account that only has one tree, eventually you will also get the zombified mutation, which is a ×25 multiplier. But I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Even if you get every mutation that you can currently obtain in the game, it is 100% useless if you do not go before the update and honestly, way before the update and also probably the day before the update. And what I mean by this is you have to be in the game early for the admin weather events to actually happen. But plus, one of the weather events could actually also be in the next one. Like it could be a permanent weather event as well. So we don't know if these are all going to be limited admin events, but what we do know is they are 100% going to be new mutations. So we might have limited, all right? We don't know if Moonlit or Bloodlit is limited right now, which honestly, it probably is. So this is honestly your last chance to get those mutations on there and then stack these with even more mutations that come out in the next update. You get really good fruit, not only from billions, but literally you could get hundreds of billions just from one fruit like I showed you guys earlier. And honestly, in some cases, I'm pretty sure this next update is going to be the first update where somebody gets $1 trillion fruit. Like seriously, mark my words on that. And I know for a fact it might be one of you guys. Okay, if one of you guys gets $1 trillion fruit and you get to duplicate it, I expect 100 trillion. All right, that's all. Anyways, guys, prepare right now. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.